Umpisa pa lang, Gab. Umpisa pa lang. I'm normally someone who isn't at a loss for words. Especially, when I create content, create videos, talk to people. I usually have a lot to say. But for the first time, I don't know what to say. I really don't know how to express this. It's gonna be 1 week by tomorrow since, you know, I lost my best friend. It's my dog. It's Apollo. This is one of the hardest things na experience ko. Na-experience namin as a family. He was just about to turn 3 years old. When I was telling my mom about it, sabi ko, that was the craziest, 45 minutes of my life. The rush of everything that has been happening. You couldn't prepare us, para dun sa mga nangyari. In my past vlog, I did mention that Apollo has gone through surgery. He already had a surgery about more than a year ago for the same reason, because of kidney stones. The first time he experienced it, I really didn't understand what was happening. If you know your dog, alam mo yung stance nila when they're about to pee. And then all of a sudden, nagtataka ako, sabi ko, Apollo, okay ka lang? Parang wala lumalabas. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Medyo pinipilit na niya talaga. And then, lumamaya siya. Well, one of the first times na we brought him to the vet, medyo talagang may scare kami. Because we didn't understand what was happening. And, syempre, a dog can't tell you what they're feeling. They can just, alert you to it, pero hindi naman din talaga nila ma-explain. And then sabi ng doctor na your dog has kidney stones. That's why he wasn't able to pee. Kailangan natin siyang i-surgery. And then that's what happened. I've always loved the idea of possibly having a dog. So when I got Hero, my first dog, for the first time, I was so happy. But I knew the consequence of losing them was gonna be hard. I wasn't really able to grasp how hard it was until nung na-confine si Apollo the first time. So in his first surgery, he had to be confined for 3 days. That alone stressed me out. He's a pandemic dog. We got him nung pandemic, so you would imagine na we spent every day with him. Di kami lumalabas. Especially me, hindi talaga ako lumalabas. That was the time na, syempre, online school. So, I was with him every day, diba? So, the moment na he got confined, and I kid you not, that was the first day na hindi ko siya nakasama because he had to be there in the hospital for 3 days. I cried. Nasepangs talaga ako. Kasi sabi ko, oh my God, hindi ko nakikita si Apollo. How is he? Sana okay siya. That moment forward, I realized na that's the effect that it has on me. Na one day lang di ko siya nakita. And I know na it's an emergency. The surgery went well. Nakuha yung kidney stones ni Apollo. He was alive and well. I'm just glad na he was able to make it. During that time, I was like, Apollo, lakas mo talaga. You're really such a strong dog. I believe in you. I believe in you so much. I believe in Apollo so much. And then a year went by, about over a year. And then suddenly he made the stance again. Tapos, and then suddenly he couldn't pee again. He already had the surgery last year. So, why couldn't he pee? What caused this? And then the doc said na Apollo is a stone former. The vet told me that it's a I don't know if the term is correct, but it's a physiological thing. Nature of certain dogs to become stone formers. And sadly, Apollo is like that. So again, I had to go to another surgery. And from that time pa lang, it pained me so much kasi he's so young. And you can see it in his face every time na kinukuha siya. Tapos kailangan niya ma-confine. Na he doesn't get why binabaliktad siya, kinakalikot siya ng maraming tao. It had to be done. He really had to have another surgery. Everything went successfully. You know, again, it was a grueling 5 days this time na na-confine siya. So, since it wasn't the pandemic, we were able to visit every single day. I was able to tell him na it's gonna be okay. Even though na I know he was the one telling me that it's gonna be okay. Pareho kaming takot. Pareho kaming takot ni Apollo. Yeah, and then when we got him successful surgery, he was so strong. Sabi ko, he just needs to heal up, diba? Syempre, yung surgery, and then we'll be okay. And then, I was shocked because Apollo not eating? Seryoso ba yan? You know, si Apollo, whenever he's feeling out of it, when in doubt, kakain yun. He didn't want to eat. He didn't want to stand up. I thought to myself, this is probably yung after effects ng surgery. We read, you know, some dogs get anxiety, syempre, and then they get clingy because they were tampered with. Alam mo yun? From time to time, he would stand up, papa-CR ko siya. So the next day, we brought him to the vet. They didn't see anything wrong. They checked his temperature, wala naman siyang sakit, wala siyang fever. There's nothing. We were advised vitamins to, you know, help Apollo heal up. But then throughout the day, it still didn't do anything. So my mom tells me, dali natin siya dun sa 24 hours na emergency vet. Kasi nothing was changing, right? At that point, hindi na talaga tumatayo. Hindi na rin nagsi-CR for some reason. You literally had to carry his face kasi hindi niya talaga maangat. In my mind, I had a positive mindset na this happened before. Kidney stones then. And he flourished. He did well. Alam mo yun? So, bringing him to the vet, I thought, you know, maybe i-dextrose siya, bibigyan ng gamot, pampalakas, and all that. And then I go back, dun sa sinasabi kong, this was the craziest 45 minutes of my life. I bring Apollo without any stress. And then I was, you know, talking to the receptionist, sabi ko, si Apollo po, my dog, he nangihina, ganito, ganyan. I was taking my time, and then, all of a sudden, nag-approach yung kukuha kay Apollo. Like, sir, paano? Tapos sabi ko, oh yeah, sure. Dinala agad siya dun sa room. And then I was like, bakit ang daming tao? Parang everyone is stressed out. And I was like, huh? Di ba, parang, you're just gonna heal him. You're just gonna help him. Yeah? Papa-dextrose niyo lang siya. Mga pinasok sa ilong niya, sa bibig niya, you know, parang makahinga siya. My mom was with me. In like 23 years of my life, I've never heard my mom cry like that. Iyak ako ng iyak din nun. Kasi I was like, this was so overwhelming. I didn't even know it was that serious already. I didn't even know it was that serious already until kinuha sa akin when they were pumping air kay Apollo. Not once come to mind na he's not gonna make it. Knowing Apollo, he's a fighter eh. Alam mo yun? In my mind, if Apollo won't make it, hindi totoong buhay to. Nananaginip ako. Suddenly, they stopped. My mom was crying. I was crying. The doc approached me as I was bawling my eyes out, pleading Apollo, calling Apollo's name. And it was his last moments na pala. The doc came and told me, I'm sorry, we did our best. We'll leave you with him. We'll give you some time. And condolences. And I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Am I hallucinating? This isn't real. No, we just lost our family. I hugged Apollo and sabi ko talaga, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that I wasn't better for you. Hindi mo deserve. Hindi mo talaga deserve itong nangyari sa'yo. You didn't deserve all the surgeries. You didn't deserve at such a young age to not understand what was happening. To not be able to live your life as long as you deserved it. I couldn't stop holding him and telling him sorry. I couldn't stop. I'm gonna stay with Apollo until kunin na siya. Because I knew that was the last time na nayayakap ko siya, makakausap ko siya. That was everything that happened that night, that morning. The pain of losing a dog is something that you can never prepare for. You want every thing that they annoy you with to be present, to stress you out. Because you know that this time, it won't stress you out. We weren't able to give him a final walk, give him a bath one more time, play with him one more time. And that's forever a wish that I'll have in my life. I would say that this is the best way that I was able to explain it without, breaking down. If you're watching this right now, you have a dog, you have a cat, you have a pet that you love in your life. Don't do it for me. Do it for Apollo. And give them a hug. Hug them so tight. Give them so much love. Kahit saglit, wag lang kayo muna magalit, maanoy, diba? Tell them how much they mean to you. And just spend your time with them. Because everything is short in this life. But a dog's life is unfairly shorter. And as people always say, run free. But damn do I know Apollo would be flying. Apollo, we love you. Yeah, let's go!
Boss, hindi pa. Enjoy eh.
To my Apollo, when you first entered into our lives, we just knew that you were a blessing. But somehow, we still underestimated it. I wonder where they sent you. You're probably on a mission right now. Maybe you're just marking just about everything you see, just like you did with our things, just like you did with us. Maybe you're just sleeping everywhere. As much as Hero thinks you're an annoying little brother, he misses you. You're his first ever friend. I hope you still find a way to play with him. I actually used to give you treats, but you probably have an unlimited supply now. And it tastes 10 times better. I love how when you didn't like me filming you, you let me know. You even let me know how grooming is so boring. My mom never really liked dogs, but because of you and Hero, she fell in love. You know what I'll miss? Your presence alone. The way you would pretend to be a behaved dog just cause there's food. Your twirly wagging tail. Your wrinkles, eyes, and nose. And of course, your breathing. Wherever you're running to right now, you're probably going non-stop. And for the first time ever, you're not tired at all. And even at your weakest moment, you used up all the strength that you had left just to show us how much you loved us. And we love you too.